I really don't know what to think about this game. It's just weird why Bethesda decided to make this game. It would have been much better if they never even thought about this game. Not because it's bad, not because it's good, but because it's painfully average in everything that it does. And well, in this video, we're going to be discussing Fallout 76 and whether it is worth it to buy right now, a few years after its release, after dozens and dozens of fixes, and well, whether you should just give it your time, give it your money, or just ignore it right away. And as always, I'm going to be giving you the answer right away to not waste your time and, well, move on to other things or whatever you want to do. And the answer whether the Fallout 76 is worth it or not, the answer is, well, now, yes, game has been improved significantly since its initial release, but yeah, it's nowhere near to, well, actually a good game. It just, for me, it is a painfully average game that is just made to just waste or spend your time and just milk as much money as possible from you. So unless you are gonna get this game for free and just want to test it yourself, yeah, ignore it completely and move on to that other things or even better Fallout games. But now let's get more into the details. So what even is Fallout 76? For the ones who doesn't know, Fallout 76 is the next entry in the Fallout series made by Bethesda, and it is a multiplayer sandbox RPG game. And for the ones who think that Fallout series is the same thing for Fallout as an Elder Scrolls Online was for an Elder Scrolls series, then no, it's completely different things. It's not even close. Fallout 76 is literally just a Fallout, just exactly the same Fallout game that you played before, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, or Fallout 3, but just with the multiplayer lobbies and a lot of other players can join you, and yeah, and much worse than those games. And if you played any of the Fallout games previously, gameplay-wise, it is exactly the same. It's a post-apocalyptic RPG game where you can play in a first person or a third person, and while you're leveling up your character, you are gaining a gear, you're crafting the gear, you're having different builds on your character, and also you have an ability to build a base like in Fallout 4. And all you do in this game is go around the world, explore, do different quests, engage in combats, and yeah, engage with other players and things like that. And it's extremely difficult to explain what the Fallout game, what this game is, because it's just way too generic. The game has a multiplayer lobby system where the certain amount of players are playing in the same world. So, for example, when you go around, you will basically stumble upon other players' worlds, and you will meet other players, and well, other players can come and can interact with you as well. And basically, gameplay-wise, it is exactly the same as any other Fallout games. If I've played any other Fallout games, and please play other Fallout games and not play this one, it's exactly the same thing. Literally exactly the same thing, except for multiplayer aspect. To be fair, Fallout games were never known for their gameplay. They are known for their world and for their story. And the gameplay was just, well, to be fair, just tacked on. I really don't know anyone who loves Fallout games primarily because of its gameplay. But what about those things? What about the world and the story? Well, let's start with the story. To be fair, I haven't played Fallout 76 on the launch, but I literally have no idea what Bethesda was thinking by not putting any NPCs in the world. Right now there are NPCs, and right now there are the stories. Don't get me wrong, there are enough stories and quests and NPCs and interactions to keep you busy for 20-30 hours or maybe even more. I have no idea what they're thinking by not putting NPCs in the world. Well, and story-wise, to be fair, it's, well, nothing exceptional. The quests are fairly generic, characters are very generic. I'm thinking about right now, I cannot even remember a single character that I met there. They were that generic. They're basically NPC 1, NPC 2, NPC 3, and yeah, it's nothing exceptional there. But it's there. It's there to keep you busy and just give you some purpose in doing the thing. But again, it's painfully average. But what about the world? What about the different things that you will meet in the world and things like that? To be fair, the best worlds for me were the worlds in Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3. When you went out from the vault and when you see the world around you, you could feel that world was devastated by the nuclear war. Everything was barren, there is dust everywhere, everything was rotten and breaking down. Well, somehow, right now, you are much earlier in a Fallout timeline, which is happening on a few decades after the nuclear war. You're going out into the lush forest and everything seems to be, well, pretty much fine, except for, well, aging of the world itself, which did not give me any Fallout vibes for some reason. But to be fair, I think I'm in minority there. It did not feel for me like a Fallout game. Like, not at all. Plus, because there are no interesting stories around the world itself, it didn't grip me at all. I really didn't care about any of the spots. I didn't care about the world at all. Again, it is not bad, but well, it's just painfully average. Just to give you an understanding of what I feel about this game, it is a bad Fallout game, probably the worst Fallout game of them all, but it's just an average RPG game. It's just that. If you play this game with friends, I'm absolutely sure you're gonna have a blast and you're gonna have quite a lot of fun there. Again, watching the paint dry is funnier with the friends. But now let's get to the meaty part of the game, the live service part. It's an online game after all. It's not an MMORPG, but it's an online game. Well, it will mainly open up to you when you finish the story and when you are done with the things to be done in the world, and when you have to do a certain tasks from a battle pass, which is actually free and you can actually use this. But after that opens up the microtransactions part of the game. It opens up earlier than that, but oh boy, so many cosmetics bombarding you everywhere, the parts to build a base bombarding you, and each and every time you're gonna return to your store, you're gonna have more and more and more and more things to spend money on. But for what? For what? Just to look cooler? For what? You're not meeting other players very often. No one cares about how your base looks except for you. So for what you're gonna spend money? Why you're gonna spend money? If you want to build a base in a Fallout world, play Fallout 4 and install a bunch of mods and you can have any base look that you want. Why would I want to pay for the cosmetic parts in Fallout 76? Why? It's understandable in MMORPG, but it's not an MMORPG. Why would I pay any money for this? And there's also Fallout First subscription, which is basically the biggest BS I've ever seen. Why? Why would I pay for this one? This review just transformed into some rant, but yeah. Now let's get to the price part of the game and see what they're asking for this, well, Fallout game. So game is available on Steam for the base price of $39.99 for tier 1 countries and $19.99 for tier 2 countries, and it can go as low as $9.99 for tier 1 countries and $4.99 for tier 2 countries. And game is also available on the Game Pass. So is it worth it to pay any of this money for this game? Well, for the full price, absolutely not. Don't even think about paying full price for this game. And for the discounted price, it's not a matter of money, it's a matter of, well, respecting your time. Yes, you can absolutely buy this game for a discounted price and just test the world and just have fun, just walk around and check it yourself. But I have not seen anyone ever, anywhere, who said that the Fallout 76 story was actually pretty cool or better than any other Fallout games. I have not seen anyone. And only reason that I would think that you would buy this game or pay any money for this game is if you have this Fallout itch that you've completed every other Fallout game and you want some other stories in the Fallout universe, and you just want this and just want to experience this Fallout world once again. I'm pretty sure you're not gonna love it, but at least you're gonna experience this. And I can say the same for the Game Pass. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing for the Game Pass. It's a matter of respecting your time and respecting the Fallout universe, which this game doesn't. I repeat again, as a separate game outside of the Fallout universe, it is an okay average game. It is a bad Fallout game. So don't get this game because it's Fallout. Get this game because you want to experience something what that game actually gives you. Then get this game or play it on a Game Pass. But don't get this game because you want a good Fallout game, because it's not. Plus, the game is actually practically abandoned. There is very rare updates and very rare additions to the game, and for online game, it means that it's either goes free to play or it's just left for dead. Oh, another important thing that I missed: optimization. Damn, this game runs bad. It runs like crap. It does not run good. No matter what type of computer you have, probably only the highest end computers will be able to play this game fully and enjoy it fully. But yeah, if you have played Fallout 4 or any other Fallout games and you played it comfortably, you are not gonna play it comfortably here. Trust me, it runs like a poop. Overall verdict is this, and I will repeat once again. This is an average, painfully average game in every single matter, both in the world, in the story, and in a gameplay. And for the Fallout game, it is a bad Fallout game. Trust me, Mass Effect Andromeda was much better game for the Mass Effect franchise than this is for the Fallout. So yeah, it's just bad. And if you really have to play this, play it on a Game Pass or get it somehow for free. Otherwise, don't even bother spending money on this. Please, it's not worth it. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Well, this will be it for today. Thank you for being here with me. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. See ya.